Hi guys, it's me, Vanessa, and in today's video, I'm going to be vlogging my 100th book. It's kind of hard because I probably won't have any good b-roll since it's an audiobook, but the book that I am reading is dun, 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 A Lovely Lie by LYNN HENDRICKS. It's a NetGalley arc, and this is, I'm filming this on May 24th, 2024, and this book actually comes out in about 4 days, so if you're interested in hearing about it and potentially picking it up soon, perfect timing. So basically we have Scarlett. Scarlett Russo works at a hotel, and she's trying to leave her job at the end of a long, hard day. And who approaches her but a 20-something-year-old girl named Zoe Wilson. Zoe apparently happens to be Scarlett's best friend from high school's daughter. So back in 1999, Scarlett and Pepper were ruling the world their senior year of high school, just living it up, having a great time. They had just graduated high school. They were, kind of partying, getting drunk and all that stuff. Well, later that night, something happens, and this is at the very beginning of the book where you find out somebody is murdered. We know that Scarlett and Pepper were kind of in cahoots with each other, and they were the ones that accidentally, or maybe perhaps on purpose, murdered this person. 20 years later, Scarlett is at her job. She works at a hotel. She's about to leave after a long, hard day, and who approaches her but a 20-something-year-old girl named Zoe Wilson. Zoe happens to be Pepper's daughter. Scarlett did not know that Pepper had a child because after Scarlett knew that Pepper was pregnant, but she was going to have an abortion. So weird stuff just happened after that one night after graduation when they were partying. Like Pepper just kind of changed into like a totally different person. So she like breaks up with her high school boyfriend. She leaves. She moves to New York. Like she ends up keeping the baby. So here is Zoe. Zoe is claiming that Pepper has died like a month ago, and obviously Scarlett's a little upset. She's like, I haven't kept up with her in 20 years, but I'm still sad. Zoe is kind of infiltrating, I don't know if that's the right word, invading, coming into Scarlett's life. Scarlett is now married to Pepper's high school boyfriend, and they have a child together. Pepper's high school boyfriend was kind of like a little F-boy, so he actually has a couple of different children, and this is a moment of contention between Scarlett and Vince. As we're going through, Zoe's just trying to figure out like who her father is. That's all she said, but she's also kind of curious now about what this accident was that her mom had like left a letter that said something about an accident that happened, and the daughter's now like trying to put all the pieces together, and she wants to solve like this mystery, and she's trying to learn who her father is, and it might be Vince, it might not be. There's a lot of other stuff involved. This is a mystery thriller kind of book, and so far it's interesting. I am about 25% of the way through. That's why I was able to kind of give you a little bit of a decent maybe rundown of what's happened so far. Hopefully I'm not like spoiling anything too much, but that's just kind of setting up the book for you, kind of seeing if that's something that you really want to get into. So I will probably update you at 50% to see how like things have gone and if I'm still enjoying it. The audiobook is reading pretty quickly. I'm 25% through it. I have about 6 hours left on the audio, and I'm listening at 1.75 speed, and it's easy to keep up with. So if you're interested, go check it out. Also, peep my summerween merch. If you didn't know, summerween is how me and Brie met, and it just like has a little special place in my heart. So this sweater is super comfy, feels great, and I will probably be wearing it inside all summer. But I will get back with you guys when I hit 50%. Brief update, I'm at 31%, and there's like a paternity test going on to see like who's the dad. I have a feeling I know who the dad is because there was something very like minute that was talked about, like the reason why somebody was murdered, and I was like, they're probably the dad, but we'll find out. We will find out. Good morning. It is now 4:30 the next day, so we're May 25th here, and I have hit 50% through a lovely lie. I'm a little further ahead at the moment, but right at 50%. I was in bed last night, so I didn't get to update. I did write some things down. It's really hard not to spoil this, but basically like at 50%, two big somethings happen, like two big plot twists. Like you find out two really big pieces of information for this story. The story is, so far it has been told in 3 different parts. I don't know if there's more after this because it's an audiobook, so I can't really look ahead. Yeah, it doesn't even show me on the, I don't know if you can see this, but the chapter summaries or the chapters, it doesn't tell me like what part is what. So it's broken down into 3 parts at least so far. Currently at 54%, and it's just like family drama unraveling. And I would say usually I'm not a huge fan of like family drama kinds of stories, but this one is interesting so far, and I'm curious to see like who. That's all I can really say, like who, without spoiling anything, like who, what, like you'll find out if you read the book. But so far I'm liking it. It's probably like about a 4-star at the moment, so I'm gonna keep listening. I have just gotten to 75%, and all of the lies are coming undone. So we're finding out like what actually happened. Like from the first chapter or the prologue of the book, it tells you like what happened, a certain thing happened. You start finding out a little bit about who this person was in relation to somebody else and what actually went down. It's entertaining, I would say. I'm really enjoying it so far. I've just been diamond painting while listening to my book, and I did get one little section done. I'll show you. Okay, I got like this little square done, but obviously I still have the rest to go. I get up to 91% in my book, and family drama be happening is all I will say. But it was definitely very shocking, and I'm about to finish the last 10% here. It says 45 minutes left on my audio, so here we go. And then I have about an hour until sprints start. We're doing our Mafia Mayhem weekend where we read a bunch of like smutty mafia stuff. So depending on what the first book is, I'll either be reading that book or reading the rest of Brutal Prince, because I did start a little bit of it last night on Coaster Pro Sprints, but I'm going to basically see what we get first, because it could be a book that I'm like, not super interested in. Like the surprise pregnancy tropes, I'm not a fan of. Not because it's triggering, it's just it's always like not done very well. So if it's something like that, I might skip it, but no rush on trying to finish Brutal Prince just yet. So I will finish off my 100th book here before getting into Smutty Weekend. I just finished my 100th book, yay! And let me just say that Chris, the best friend of the dad, Vince, there's like a couple of different characters. Okay, let me just back up. So basically we have Scarlett and Vince, who they end up married. They have a kid named Luke. Vince's best friend is Chris, and then back in the day, Scarlett and Pepper were best friends, but they like lost touch over the past 20 years. Zoe is Pepper's child, and you go through finding out who the dad is. You uncover like lie after lie after lie. And then it's just like certain things happen. I was right at the beginning, by the way, when I was like, oh, I bet this is who the dad is. And then at the end, it's like certain little lines of like, Scarlett's like the best wife you could ever have. Let me just say, Mr. Steal Your Girl, you know, you better treat your girl right or someone else is gonna come along and take them. Anyways, it ended up being a really good book. I actually really enjoyed this one. I think I'm gonna give this 4 stars, like a solid 4 stars. So I would say that I loved it, but it wasn't like phenomenal or anything, but I had a really good time. Like, I'm usually not a fan of all the like family drama stuff. This was some pretty good family drama. Yes, there were some like wild moments, you know, like very heightened teenage hormones. There's some mixed media elements. It does a really good job of distinguishing, even through audio, of like what was past and what's present, whose perspective that we're in, even though it's just one narrator. I love the cover. It's a beautiful cover, by the way. So, and I'll also I'll like pop up another picture here too so it's a little bit clearer. But A Lovely Lie by Jamie Lynn Hendricks, I would definitely give a 4 star. I would recommend it if you're looking for something that's like twisty and mostly like family drama. It's not like a murder mystery kind of thing. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is, but it's not like, you're not sleuthing and you're not detecting, like being a detective. It's more so like just uncovering lies. So it almost feels like, I wouldn't even say investigative journalism, but like kind of along those lines. But I hope that you enjoy it if you decide to pick it up. Congrats to me for hitting my 100th book of 2024. And I am going to be starting sprints soon, so I'm going to switch over to reading Brittle Prince for the rest of, until sprints start, and then I'll see what I get up to the rest of today.